All right, Lakeland School Committee, this is your Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Novak. Today is Thursday, April 9th. It is the day before spring break. We're starting off this address a little bit differently than we have previous addresses, at least recently, where we are not going to have a skit. And the reason we're not going to have a skit is not because this is a somber message, because it's not at all. The reason is also not because I don't have ideas. In fact, recently, this YouTube page has gotten a little bit of press and also has gotten a little bit more popular than I think any one of us would have anticipated. And due to that fact, I have gotten a number of ideas from people within our school community and outside our school community on what our daily addresses should be themed around moving forward. And I have to be honest with you, we come back from spring break. I'm not going to be posting any content over spring break. I think everybody deserves a break at this time. But when we come back from spring break, the shows are going to be hopefully just as entertaining, if not a little bit more, and a little bit more irreverent as well. But I want to start off today just essentially saying that over the last 4 weeks of virtual learning, I don't really think anybody, when Governor Murphy announced the closure of schools on Monday, March 16th, that anybody would anticipate, or what anybody would have anticipated, that we would be here at this point. I certainly know that I didn't. In fact, when I was talking to staff about the possibility of schools actually being closed, I was giving statistics, and I put it originally at like 22%. And everything happened really quickly, and the decision was made in the best interest of the health and safety of our students, community members, staff members, and our citizens. And I know that when I was making announcements on Friday, March 13th, throughout the day, there was a ton of anxiety about whether or not we were going to close. West Milford had recently closed. There were a number of districts who were kind of mulling it around, although we were waiting to get guidance from the Department of Education, and then finally the Department of Education pushed that button and said, okay, you have the ability to close the district. And as I was making those announcements during the day, I'm not naive enough to think that when I made that announcement, Block 5, in fact, I heard a lot of feedback from teachers about students' reactions to it, that there was a cheer that we were going to be closed. And given the nature of the situation at the time, I totally understand that. I believe at this point the novelty is worn off, because I think that we as a school community, and just we as a community in general, understand the severity of this. How has it impacted not just our school, but our communities, our state, our country, our world. And I understand that the novelty of this has totally worn off. And hopefully these YouTube addresses and the Kahoot games and all the other things, the virtual spirit weeks and all of those great things that our staff members are trying to do, has eased a little bit of the anxiety that you guys are feeling during this time. As we get into spring break and as we move past spring break, we are going to have kind of a little bit of a new era, which is going to be a little bit uncharted. So that's why I want to start off like this, because I don't want my message to get drowned out in some silly skit where I'm, dressed ridiculous or, saying ridiculous things. So number one, today, Thursday, April 9th, marks the end of quarter three. Quarter three is done today. Teachers' grades are going to be due after spring break. We know tomorrow marks the beginning of spring break, and I believe that everybody deserves a spring break. My recommendation is this: enjoy your spring break. Allow your teachers to enjoy their spring break as well. I've been mentioning it time and time again. The staff has been exceptionally supportive and exceptionally accommodating in everything that we've allowed our students to do. Allow the teachers to enjoy their spring breaks. Use today, when this is coming out, to get all of the work that you owe to your teachers. Please do not burden them with 11th hour things that they're going to have to do over spring break. Number two, Governor Murphy is going to be commenting on school closures on Friday, April 17th. Seeing that the public health crisis has been extended by 30 days for that executive order that I talked about yesterday, we don't anticipate a reopening date at this time. Not to say that school is going to be closed for the rest of the year. We're going to be participating in virtual learning for the rest of the year. Again, we just don't know when we're going to be opened. Because of that, we will obviously send you updates as we get them on Friday, April 17th. But number three, teachers have been advised to post new closure plans over spring break. A lot of teachers are going to keep these hidden and activate them on their Google Classrooms or teacher pages on Monday, April 20th. However, some teachers are obviously going to post them a little bit earlier. My recommendation is this: don't start working on any of your new work over spring break at all. Allow yourself and your teachers to kind of relax. Now, when we come back, number 4, this is going to mark the first time that we are going to be operating within our new virtual learning schedule regarding the Lancer days. So when we come back from break, and I'll post something on the Sunday right before we come back, but Monday, April 20th is going to be a B day. We're starting off with a B day. So Monday, April 20th is a B day. Tuesday, April 21st is an A day. Wednesday, April 22nd is a B day. Thursday, April 23rd is an A day. And then Friday, April 24th, that is our first Lancer day. We've talked about the Lancer days, that those are going to be days in which no new work is going to be assigned to you. This will allow you to catch up and get clarification if necessary. Teachers will be available as they normally would. Staff will be available as they normally would, but we won't be assigning any new work at that time. Regarding the Lancer days, yes, we are taking attendance. I mentioned it yesterday. It's not a day off. You're not getting any new work. However, you're expected to be working. As long as you log into your email, Google Classroom, and or teacher pages at some point during that day, you're good. You should be checking on Fridays to see what you owe. The whole purpose of this is allowing you to get caught up. Virtual attendance is still being taken for you. It's entered on your behalf every single day, so you have nothing to worry about. Check your Lakeland email addresses often, and that kind of leads me to this. This is my hashtag Your Community School Challenge. Normally I have these where they are somber or they are thought-provoking, hopefully, and I have some life lesson, but I don't today. And the reason I don't is because I want to focus on the immediate. You have until 11:59 tonight to have this beautiful, thinning hair dyed a certain color. I got an email when this thing first started with the YouTube pages from a student, Malachi Hennessy, who said, listen, I'm going to be able to get you 2,000 followers. And I said, no, you won't. Get me 1,000 and I'll dye my hair. I had to change the bet a little bit because I understand that not too many people subscribe to YouTube. So if we get 1,000 followers on Instagram, we're about 196 away. Or we get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'll dye my hair. Miss Mazza just posted a, in my opinion, very poorly photoshopped image of myself with pinkish hair. So my hashtag Your Community School Challenge is this. You want it done? It's in your hands. You have until 11:59 tonight